All right, so if you're in the trades, your mind is on the job, on your customers, and on your bottom line. You really don't have time for a bunch of confusing tech talk. But here's the thing. Protecting your business from online scams isn't about being a tech wizard. It's about protecting your income. So in the next few minutes, we're going to break down how to do just that with absolutely zero nonsense.
Okay, let's be straight with each other. I hear it all the time. I'm just a small operation, or hackers only go after the big guys. And you know, it's a really common belief, and honestly it makes sense. You're out there getting your hands dirty, not sitting behind a desk all day. But you know what? That's exactly where the risk starts.
I mean, think about it. If you use a phone to talk to clients, email to send out quotes, or any kind of software for your invoicing and scheduling, you're operating in the digital world. It's really that simple. And that means you have cyber risk. This has nothing to do with being some big tech company. It's all about the everyday tools you use to run your business and get paid.
And here's the most important part to understand. For you, cybercrime isn't some crazy complex plot to steal secret blueprints. It is way, way more direct than that. It's about stealing your hard-earned money right out of your accounts and stopping you from getting to your next job. Pure and simple.
Okay, so you might be thinking, why on earth would a scammer target my business over some massive corporation? Well, it turns out the very things that make your business so efficient also make it a super attractive target for these guys. Let's dig into exactly why.
Just think about how you operate. It's kind of the perfect storm for a scammer. Payments for jobs need to move fast, right? Your work is incredibly time-sensitive, so any little hiccup can feel like a massive crisis. Your customers are used to getting quick texts and emails from you, and they trust them. And for so many of you, the whole shebang, your schedule, your invoices, your banking, it all runs through a single email account and one phone.
And that right there is the kicker. One compromised account, just one, can bring everything to a grinding halt. We're talking about an immediate, full-on work stoppage. Suddenly, you've got no access to your schedule, no way to contact your customers, and worst of all, no money coming in.
So what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, it's not a scene from a spy movie. It's way simpler. It's a scammer faking your email address, sending your client an updated invoice with their bank details, and bam, that client pays the scammer instead of you. Or maybe they get into your payment platform, and suddenly all your invoices are being changed and money is going somewhere else before you even know what hit you. Or it could just be total chaos, with your scheduling app getting hijacked, jobs being canceled left and right, and your reputation taking a serious hit from a bunch of confused and angry customers. The consequences of these attacks, they aren't just some tech headache you deal with, they can be absolutely devastating. Let's talk for a minute about the real-world fallout when your business is forced to shut down, even if it's just for a few days.
And look, this right here is the heart of the problem. So many tradespeople run their entire operation through one single email account. That one login is the master key to your invoicing, your banking, your schedule, even your customer reviews. If a criminal gets that one password, they basically have the keys to your entire kingdom. It's a massive single point of failure that can shut you down completely.
And let me give you a cold, hard truth. When a payment goes missing or an appointment gets all messed up, your customers aren't going to sit there and think, oh, they must have been the victim of a sophisticated cyber attack. No way. They're just going to think you dropped the ball. They blame the business. And that trust, once it's broken, is incredibly hard to win back.
Let's talk real money here. Between the income you lose from a stolen payment, the cost of being shut down and not working, and the future jobs you lose from a damaged reputation, a single bad week can literally wipe out an entire month of profit. The financial hit is real and it is fast.
Okay, so that was the scary part. But here's the good news. Protecting yourself doesn't have to be complicated, and it definitely doesn't have to be expensive. There is a simple path forward, and we're going to walk through it right now. I like to call it the protection ladder.
First off, let's just clear something up. When you hear the term business grade, don't let it freak you out. It doesn't mean you need to go out and buy some $1,000 software suite made for a giant corporation. In plain English, it just means taking a few basic professional steps. Things like having a separate email for your business, turning on multi-factor authentication, where you get a code texted to your phone to log in, and getting alerts when someone new logs into your accounts. It's basic stuff and it is super effective.
So, this is the game plan. The protection ladder is just a really simple step-by-step way to think about it. You start at the bottom with a solid foundation that costs you nothing, and you can just add layers of protection if and when your business needs it. You don't have to do everything all at once. Step 1 is your foundation, and the best part, it costs $0. You can do all of this today. First, turn on multi-factor authentication, or MFA, for your email and your most important apps. Use strong, unique passwords. Please don't use the same one for everything. Lock your phone and your tablet with a PIN or your fingerprint. And this one is huge. Make a rule for yourself that if you ever email a customer about a change in payment info, you always follow up with a quick phone call to confirm. No exceptions. And finally, just take 5 minutes and write down a super simple plan for what to do if you get locked out. Who do you call? What are the first 3 things you do?
Now, this free foundation, it's a fantastic start for sure. But, it's mostly about putting up a wall. It doesn't really tell you if someone is trying to climb over it. And if something does go wrong, you're pretty much on your own. There's no one to call for help when you're in the middle of a crisis.
And that's where step 2 comes into play. This is for the owner who's thinking, yeah, I absolutely cannot afford to be shut down. This is where you get some low-cost help focused on the biggest risks, securing and monitoring your business email, stopping those impersonation scams, making sure your device settings are actually correct, and getting expert advice on how to handle payments more safely.
And the payoff for taking this step? It's huge. You basically stop the most common scams that target trades dead in their tracks. This isn't about solving every theoretical risk out there. It's about protecting your cash flow and keeping the business running day in and day out.
Finally, we've got step 3. This is for the business owner who's like, you know what, I want real peace of mind. I want full protection and someone I can call. This adds active monitoring with alerts for any suspicious activity, device protection to cut down on malware risk, and most importantly, an actual response plan with expert guidance if, God forbid, an account ever gets compromised. You even get a simple written security plan, which, by the way, looks really professional to bigger clients.
So let's just get down to it, trade to trade. The bottom line is this. You don't need some massive corporate-level security fortress. You just need the basics. Good protection to cover your bases, visibility so you can see what's happening in your accounts, and a simple plan for what to do if things go wrong.
Because at the end of the day, all of this, it isn't really about stopping hackers. It's about making sure the good stuff can keep happening. That's what keeps your phone ringing, your schedule full, and your business growing.
So let me just leave you with a couple of questions. A quick self-check. Right now, would you even know if a scammer was poking around in your accounts? Do you have a plan, written down, for what to do if your email gets hacked? Do you know what you're supposed to do about notifying clients? Just be honest with yourself on these.
Because really, it all boils down to one simple thing. Prepared businesses recover. They have a plan, they act fast, and they get back to work. Unprepared businesses, they panic. And panic is the one thing you absolutely cannot afford when your livelihood is on the line.